I have a newfound love for Mexican food. Not the typical mincemeat with cheddar cheese, but instead beautiful traditional sauces with lots of fresh flavours that go into it. So these are my grilled chicken with smoked chili and peanut sauce. These are to die for, and then I'm going to wrap them in beautiful tortilla wraps. I always say it, but I really do like chicken thigh because it's got so much flavour and it stays really moist, especially when you keep that skin on. Now, I just need a little bit of olive oil here. Drizzle it over. I'm going to grill it in a pan, so you want to dress and season the chicken first, especially on that skin there. And just a little bit of pepper, not too much. Now, with your hands, just rub the chicken all over with the salt. And I've got a nice non-stick grill pan here. You could also do this on the barbecue. Now, skin side down. Don't overcrowd the pan, especially when you're grilling like this. Spread that out. And there's no flavourings, no seasoning or this, because it's all going to come down to this gorgeous peanut sauce, which we're going to make now. So the first ingredient in my sauce is chipotle in adobo. This you can buy from most good delis now or any Mexican store. If you can't find this, what I recommend is just getting some chilies and putting them on the grill or the barbecue until they're really, really black, peeling them, and just add them to this along with some smoked paprika. And what this is essentially is dried chilies in a tomato sauce. So it still has a kick to it, and I'm just going to use 2 of these, roughly chop them in the blender. We're going to add this mixture and all of those juices, squeeze them out. And I always reserve just a little bit because I may use that later on. Now the tomato is going to be quite watery, and it's also going to mellow down the heat of that chipotle and adobo sauce. So we're going to cut that, again, quite roughly, and that can go in. I'm using some allspice, very common in Mexican food, and some dried oregano. You can also use fresh oregano here, and a little bit of vinegar. And I need some sweetness, so some honey. These flavours are just so delicious. I actually got the inspiration for this sauce in a beautiful little humble restaurant in Mexico, and I thought that combination of smoky hot chilies with sweet peanuts, it really works nicely. So before I put that in, a little bit of garlic. So we'll grate that straight in. Just at the corner of my eye, I can see that chicken. It does need to be turned. Just don't want to overcook that. Beautiful. See how that skin is super golden brown and crispy? I love that because a lot of the fat has been rendering off there, leaving us with a nice thin piece. I'm going to turn it down. Now let's talk about peanut butters. I like to use a crunchy peanut butter. I like the texture of it, and I don't mind little bits of nuts in this sauce. We want a few good tablespoons of that. And what I love about this sauce, there's no cooking. All we need to do is blend it together. Fabulous. Lid goes on. Have a taste of it. It may need a little bit more chili in there. All right, it's looking good. Oh, and this smells so good. Look at that colour. Lovely and rich. I want it to be slightly thick because I want it to stick to the chicken there. I'll just have a very quick taste to make sure everything's balanced nicely. Oh, so yummy. Very happy with that. So sauce done, chicken's nearly ready, and just for a very fast salad, I've got some cabbage here, and I'm just going to finely grate. You can do this with your knife, but I'm cheating a little bit here. So just a good handful of cabbage. Red cabbage is great for this too. Even cucumbers work nicely for this salad. Okay, great. And for the herbs, the combination I have is some coriander, which I'm just going to pick the leaves very roughly, and some fresh mint leaves. Again, just picking that. Now I need a little bit of spring onions. They are quite mild. You could also use some French shallots. Cut them really, really fine. If they're not fine, then it's going to overpower the salad and all you'll taste is the spring onions. I'll also add a little bit of lime, so fresh lime on the top there. Beautiful. And a little bit of salt, small pinch, and a touch of olive oil. I'm just going to put it around in the bowl there, and then I'll mix that at the last minute so it stays crunchy. So this chicken's going to need a few more minutes. I'll allow it to rest, and that gives me just enough time to heat up some beautiful soft tortilla wraps. Now this tortilla is ready. It's nice and warm. We can put that on our plate. Our chicken's been resting. I love chicken when it has crispy skin. See how crunchy and crispy that is? And what I'm gonna do is just slice this on an angle. It's so moist inside, look at that. Wonderful. I'm going to mix our little salad here. Look how vibrant it is with the oil there, and it is really worth doing this at the last minute. Okay, let's start with our salad on the bottom of our soft tortilla wrap here. Get those herbs on there. And I like to serve it just open, and then at the table you can wrap it up and then dig in. Then we're going to add our chicken pieces on top. Beautiful. And then our peanut sauce here. We're just going to put a few dollops in and around, and as soon as that hits that chicken and it's quite hot, it'll start to melt again. That is so yum. Who would have thought chilies, smoked paprika and peanut butter would work? This is sensational, and it's so easy to do. It's a fun dinner, this one.